study number 71 2019 201. I am explain about the general understanding of education. Education is to train or teach children in ways they will never forget as they grow. However, the concept of the verse implies that all instruction must be in the form of discipline, that is by guiding the child to do the right thing. Deber and Jarsma explained that education is a Christian teaching because it directs the child as a religious person to the Creator. Education is also a process to help students assimilate, react, integrate, and use the knowledge that is called our heritage, so that through this legacy or education we get can make the greatest contribution to society. I will now explain the concept of Christian education. Education is a process by which people are confronted and controlled by the Christian Bible. Christian education requires the effort of the Christian community to guide young people and adults so that they can have a Christian community that is guiding riches. Christian education helps us to better understand our goals and responsibility as religious people.
My name is Chandra Yeskiel Rumimper. Study number is 71 2090 205. Duration and purpose of the class. Class needs educated leaders, and the class has more confidence in its input-output. The class needs to educate its members to be more effective witness to the world. Class trains nations through Christian schools. Benefits of Christian education. Education seeks to cultivate in people who are growing awareness of God as a reality in the human experience and cultivating a close personal relationship with God. Christian education seeks to develop in people a ever-increasing understanding and appreciation for the personality, life, and teaching of Jesus in order to lead them to better personal experience. Christian education seeks to develop in a person who is growing up a progressive and continuous development of Christian character.
Hello, my name is Erli Megawati Borosilitonga. My student number is 71 2019 208. The Bible mandates that the parents educate the child. This mandate is the first and only obligate assessment given to the parents and should not be shortchanged by excuse or other assessment. There is not substitute in human relation for parental love. Parents may seek assistance from other trained teachers for help in times of busy schedule. The complexities of life have created room for the teachers to come into the life of children as parents teacher. Therefore, the Christian school becomes the extension of the Christian home. The metaphor of the three-legged stool, church, home, school. The three-legged stool is a tripod stool, such as you might have seen used as a seat for milking cows. If one leg were larger than another's was, or if one leg were accidentally broken, the seat becomes uncomfortable, unstable, or even unstable. We can apply the concept of the three-legged stool to Christian education, with the cross, congregation, the home, and the school each representing one leg of the stool. If the cross, home, and school legs are balanced, the child will see the world better and survive well as a citizen of God's kingdom. Most times I ask myself, which of these institutions have first responsibility for the training of the child? Of course, it is the home, because parents are the first teacher of their children. Each of these institutions has specific responsibilities as directed by God. The church, home, and school must avoid the temptation to train its youth toward the ordained ministry or religious. The home should not leave the spiritual activities to the church alone. The Christian school cannot possess the youth by scheduling activities that assume the roles of church and the home. The salvation of a child is not a responsibility of the school, neither is the responsibility of the church to teach science and geography. The Christian school and church are not competitors, but rather parents in fulfilling the mission given to Christian in Matthew chapter 28. Next will be explained by my colleague. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Rico Fernando Siagian. My student number 71 2019 209. Christian education into the world. We cannot deny the fact that culture has involved Christian education into education. In addition to culture, the government, finance, and social policy and have also played major roles in introducing the Christian schools. These challenges can be described in three words: segregation, consumerism, and rebellions. Secularism deals with the introduction of mass media, television, movies, music, and the internet, which is less navigable in disturbing in dirty tools. The first mass media attempt to remove relegation from the public school and relegate schools to the private sectors. This force usually responds paid and being purpose, and in thoughts, in education, consummate handles and rampage and standing idols. Consumerism promotes the idea that both church and school have become one. Therefore, parents now need to decide between choice related to school admission for their children. Christian schools are not example in that concept. In fact, most Christian schools and layers of Christian values within their curriculum. Beyond the Christian schools, parents now choose charter schools and they emphasize family values. Other available schools choice include home schools, virtual schools, and mix and math schools. A parent seeking to determine where to send the child to school once asked me a probing question. In financial investment in Christian education, going to get my or doctor a well-paying job. Repentance is based on the assumption that truth is relative, meaning there is no absolute truth. What you see as truth may become false or fatally not true in another dimension. Although the word was managed in heart, the example most people as in truth shapes than individuals' thinking and perceptions of truth. Thank you.